vortex. There's a reason why I tend to bond with inanimate objects, and I have a special relationship with my car, and I read the Bible as frequently as I do. I read the Psalter as frequently as I do. There is the reason why I couldn't wait to work the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. And I'm actually pretty excited to do it all over again. But yeah, most people aren't very introspective, it seems. And I've definitely judged people for that, because I think the reason why our world is so stupid, the reason why we're always moving in the wrong direction, is because our society is fine with that. But they're not just like intellectually stupid, like, oh, they don't read books. It's like, no, they're spiritually stupid. They're not in touch with themselves, and they don't realize that it's up to them to try to understand themselves and how their bodies work and process their emotions and things that happen to them. But I can't hardly blame them when they live in a country that doesn't do anything but discourage that. You know, the DIY approach is very frowned upon. And it's frowned upon because, you know, we have all these other methods, psychiatric or clinical, what have you. Now, people can't even prove that they work, since the studies are all botched and paid for by the pharmaceutical companies, but, you know, people still keep buying into it. So you have to buy into an idea of yourself in order to buy into an idea of somebody else. And that's why people are so screwy. And that's why people can't take accountability for things. Now, I'm well aware of the fact that I have hurt people's feelings, and I have the tendency to push people away. But because I know that, I give everybody a pretty fair warning about me and the way that I operate, which I guess seems a little sociopathic. Like, this is all your fault because you didn't listen to me or pay attention to my behavior all those years that I proved to you that I was going to do exactly what I said I was going to do. But, you know, I have changed significantly. But I think one of the things that has remained the same is my strong desire to be alone. And that desire has become more and more prominent the older that I've gotten. And I think for a lot of other people, especially men, they don't know how to do that. Now, I've said that our society and modernity, technology, all that, feminism, it's definitely manipulated women. But I can tell you for a fact that I've been this way since I was 6 years old. So, I'd rather spend time with me than anybody in this whole fucking world, dead or alive. Most people would say, I want to meet Jesus. But I've already met Jesus. Jesus is inside me. Is that schizo or what? But seriously, if God's inside of you, like, why wouldn't you want to spend time with yourself all the time? I guess maybe I'm a lot more hyper aware of that fact. than a lot of these so-called spiritual or religious people. Going down the road feeling bad. That's how I feel whenever I see that. Now, I was actually told by a dude at AutoZone that doesn't even mean anything. Because he checked it. He said it was code 137, which is related to the sensor involving the exhaust. So I know I need to get my brakes checked. That's the thing I'm putting off more than anything. But anyway, I've always had this really enormous internal world that I live within, and so it's just out of the question. Like, I've realized why relationships and friendships have always been so hard for me, and it's because of that. And I'm not going to deny that about myself. Whatever, man. You don't have to use your turn signal. It's fine. We all can't communicate. Well, I've tried to communicate a number of times in a number of ways with certain people, and it's like either their politics or their emotions or maybe some trauma from the past, or maybe it's the drugs they're on or the drugs they're not on, that prevent me from being able to get through, or maybe it's all my fault. That could very well be the case as well. But I'm typically pretty direct. And if I'm not, it's because there's something that's intimidating me. Like, I'm afraid that that person's going to overreact. And then they prove to me that that's exactly what they're going to do. But keep in mind, though, if somebody's overreacting, it's probably because there's some horrible thing that happened to them that they didn't react to. They didn't know how to react to it. So they just have this ticking time bomb inside of their brain. And it's just waiting to go off at any given moment, you know? So I empathize with that. At the same time, like, I really don't have to be around when it goes off.